Sufism, and the Purification of Intention, Niyyah. The engine of all actions, Assalamu alaikum. And welcome to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. Have you ever considered what truly gives meaning to your actions? Is it the action itself, or something deeper, hidden within the heart? Today, we delve into Sufism and the Purification of Intention, Niyyah, the engine of all actions. In Sufism, Niyyah isn't just a fleeting thought. It's the very soul of our deeds, determining their spiritual weight and divine acceptance. Join me as we uncover how purifying our intentions transforms every aspect of our lives into worship and brings us closer to Allah. Defining Niyyah. The heart's resolve, the Arabic term Niyyah, is often translated as intention. But it's far more profound than a simple mental note. In Islamic spirituality, Niyyah is the heart's resolve to perform an action for a specific purpose. It's the inner drive, the motive, the underlying reason for what we do, more than mere thought. It's a deep-seated commitment, a turning of the heart towards a goal. It's the soul of the deed. As the famous hadith states, actions are but by intentions, and every person will have what they intended. This fundamental principle, often considered one-third of Islam, highlights that the spiritual value of any act, be it prayer, charity, or even a mundane task, is determined by its niyyah. Beyond outward form, two people might perform the exact same physical act. But if their intentions differ, the spiritual reward and divine perception of their actions will be entirely different. If niyyah in Islamic practice, niyyah is not just a Sufi concept. It's foundational to all Islamic practice. Ritual acts, ibadat. Every ritual act of worship requires a clear intention. Before prayer, one intends to pray. Before fasting psalm, one intends to fast for Allah. Without the correct niyyah, the ritual form holds no spiritual weight. Daily life mu'amalat. The beauty of Islam is that even mundane activities can become acts of worship through sincere intention. Eating to gain strength for worship, working to provide for family and avoid reliance on others. Sleeping to rejuvenate for renewed devotional, these can be elevated by niyyah. Prophetic example. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, constantly taught and exemplified the purity of intention. The Prophet, peace be upon him, life was a testament to every action, great or small, being directed towards Allah. Why purification of niyyah is a Sufi imperative. For Sufis, who seek deep proximity to Allah and purification of the heart, purifying niyyah is not just a requirement, but a constant, rigorous discipline. Combating Riyā, show-off, hypocrisy. The greatest enemy of pure intention is Riyā, performing deeds to be seen or praised by others. Sufis strive for Ikhlas, sincerity, ensuring all actions are solely for Allah's pleasure, irrespective of human recognition. Freeing from self-interest, the lower self constantly seeks personal gain, whether material reward, status, or even spiritual experiences for the ego's sake. Purifying niyyah means stripping away these subtle layers of self-interest, attaining marifanosis, a heart whose intentions are purely aligned with Allah becomes a clearer mirror for divine light and understanding. True experiential knowledge of Allah is only accessible to a sincere heart. Spiritual ascent. Each ascent on the Sufi path requires an ever purer intention. The deeper one goes, the more subtle the impurities of niyyah become, requiring continuous introspection. How to cultivate pure intention? Ikhlas. Cultivating Ikhlas, the embodiment of pure intention, is a lifelong journey requiring vigilance and spiritual practices. For whom am I doing this? Constant self-reflection, muhasabah, regularly scrutinizing one's motives before, during, and after an action. Why am I doing this? Take a remembrance of Allah. Constant remembrance keeps the heart connected to Allah, making it difficult for other intentions to creep in. Seeking seclusion, khalwa, and avoiding ostentation. While not always practical, Sufis emphasize performing acts of worship privately to train the heart to seek only Allah's pleasure. Hiding good deeds. Consciously hiding some good deeds from others helps cultivate sincerity, as there's no external praise to tempt the ego. Your association with sincere ones, suba. Keeping company with those known for their sincerity inspires and strengthens one's own resolve to a supplication. Constantly asking Allah for sincerity and protection from hypocrisy. The fruits of pure intention, barakah, and acceptance. The purification of Niyyah brings immense spiritual fruits. Divine acceptance. Actions done with pure intention, even if small, are greatly multiplied in reward and divinely accepted. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Allah does not look at your bodies or your forms, but He looks at your hearts and your deeds. Barakah, divine blessing. Sincere actions carry a special divine blessing, leading to unforeseen good and profound impact. Inner peace, sakina. When one acts purely for Allah, they are freed from the anxieties of seeking human approval or fearing human disapproval. Spiritual weight. Even simple mundane tasks become profound acts of worship when done with pure niyyah. Sleeping becomes an act of worship if intended to rejuvenate for worship. True success. Success is redefined as Allah's acceptance rather than worldly achievement. The challenge of subtle intentions. The purification of niyyah is an ongoing struggle because intentions can be incredibly subtle and mixed. Hidden shirk. Shirk al-Kafi. The Prophet warned against hidden shirk, which can include seeking praise or fame through religious actions. This is a very subtle form of associating partners with Allah in one's intentions. Self-deception. The ego is cunning and can rationalize impure intentions as noble. Constant vigilance and honest self-assessment are crucial. Layers of motives. Often, actions have multiple layers of motivations, some pure, some mixed, some impure. The Sufi works to strip away the impure layers until only the pure divine intention remains. This constant refinement is the essence of true servitude, ubudiyya. The soul's compass, the purification of intention, niyyah, is indeed the engine of all actions, the hidden compass that guides the soul. For the Sufi, it's a continuous, rigorous discipline that transforms every breath and every deed into an act of profound devotion. By constantly striving for sincerity and directing our hearts solely towards Allah, we unlock the true spiritual potential of our lives, finding ultimate acceptance and profound closeness to the divine. It is the very essence of Sufi essence. Thank you for joining me on this illuminating exploration of Niyyah. If this lecture resonated with your spirit, please like this video, subscribe to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed, and share your thoughts on purifying intentions in the comments below. Till our next spiritual unveiling, may Allah purify our intentions and accept all our deeds.